Okay, I'm going to look at Austin Butler as if he's a massive Kinder Bueno. Right.
Oh,
the lips are moving.
the person of the lips.
Jodie Comer and Austin Butler. Wow. Jodie, you did say recently that everyone who meets Austin falls in love with him as soon as he enters the room.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. When our good old EPK interviews.
Oh, wow, she's just lying.
When they were asking. Yeah, they do. You know, he's got a lovely quality about him, Austin. He's very personable and friendly and lovely, and
We shook hands before and I've never had eye contact like
Fall
it.
in love?
Yes.
See?
Yes.
I told you.
Did. So should we all be worried today then?
For who?
Should we?
Yeah, I love some of the quotes that surround you, Austin. Like this one. The director of your new film, Jeff Nichols, he says, the temperature changes when Austin is on set. Jodie, what do you reckon Jeff means by that?
I just mess with the thermostat.
Yeah. That's exactly what he means.
Yeah.
Joker.
Need to talk about your brand new film though, Bikeriders, which is, how can I best sum it up? So it's based in America.
Jodie has a great...
Don't put me on the spot. First interview of the day. No, you carry on. You were doing so well.
you're doing a great job.
Okay,
Come on. Tell us about
Oh
it.
my, it's that eye contact again. Don't look at me. So it's in the 60s.
Yeah.
And it's all about, I'm giggling like a schoolgirl. It's all about a motorcycle gang. And the guys in the gang are like, they're clever and witty and they're tough, like the thick as thieves, if you will. Yeah. And the club like brings a sense of belonging, don't they? They can all relate to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say that's fair enough?
I would say that's fair. Set in Chicago in the 1960s. Like everything you said above. Yeah, and it follows this motorcycle group called the Vandals, which at the beginning starts off very innocently, the love for a similar thing, and then the film spans over a decade, and over that 10-year span, things shift quite considerably in regards to like crime and how kind of corrupt the gang becomes.
I'm Benny.
5 weeks later, I married him.
Were you in any clubs at school? Because obviously, like British to American clubs at school, I can imagine being quite different. Were you in like...
Is like detention a club?
Detention
Does that
could be a
count?
club.
Yes, it sort
What'd
of
you go to
is.
detention?
Kind of is.
Did you...
Like probably just chatting too much, just
Yeah,
not
yeah.
knowing when to be quiet.
Yeah.
Or netball.
Were you in netball?
Yeah, I don't think I was any good though.
Our producer here, Jimmy, is the captain of
Jimmy.
the English netball team.
Really?
I know.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you won't be recruiting me anytime soon. You won't want me on your team.
Is
that's for
netball
sure.
like basketball without the backboard?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly that.
Okay.
What clubs were you in, Austin, at school?
I was shy as a kid, so I
Really?
wasn't in clubs. No, it was acting that started to break me out of my shell when I was about 12.
Did you do drama club?
No.
Drama.
Because
So where would you act?
on TV shows and...
Well, just from such a young age.
Yeah, well, I became an extra on a TV show just by random occurrence when I was 12. And so then I was around these other actor kids. And from being an extra for about a year, then I got, the first line on a TV show, and that's what started to break me out, So I went to acting classes, but the kind that it wasn't at school,
So what was the very first Austin Butler role? What were you an extra for?
I was an extra for a Nickelodeon show called Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that made it over here.
Yeah,
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
That was huge. And then my first speaking part was in Hannah Montana, I think.
No way!
Yeah.
Can you remember the line?
Well, I went on a blind date with Hannah or with Miley in a scene. I don't remember what I said, but I got very scared at a movie as we were watching it. So it was like a blind date, and she was very excited to see me, and then I was terrified at the movie.
Right.
That's incredible.
That's crazy.
So throwback, Jodie, what was your first... Do you remember what it was? Your very first, I guess, experience in this world?
I think my first professional job was a radio play in Manchester when I was like 12. And that was like I was working with a lot of actors off like Emmerdale and Coronation Street and like soaps from the UK, and that was a big deal.
Yeah.
I remember that, and they were like, you could do this as a profession if you wanted to. You've got to get your headshots and get an agent, and that was when I was like, oh okay, I was like, okay, that sounds like something I would like to do.
And how old were you?
12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of soaps, have you heard of Gail Platt? Have you heard? She's leaving. Did you know? Sorry, Austin. You know.
This is.
Are you going to
this
say
is-
she's died then?
No. So Helen Worth, who plays Gail Platt, in
No
Coroner,
way.
who plays Gail, she announced last week or the week before she's leaving after 50 years.
Do you reckon she'll come back though? It's like, you know, when like Take That split up and then next year they're doing like a world tour.
Maybe she'll come
must
back
be.
to
Yeah.
run the Rovers or something,
Yeah,
won't she?
just for you.
So I don't know if you know because you've been on tour and stuff. But yeah.
No.
Yeah. Did you audition for any soaps?
I definitely did.
Did you? Hollyoaks?
Yeah, didn't get it.
Really?
Yeah, got KB'd.
What's KB?
Knock back.
Oh, right.
That's mad. Imagine that you're the person that said no, looking at this
To
situation.
Jodie.
Listen, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. They'll be kicking themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, back to films. You mentioned that Mike Face is in this film, and of course he was in that mega film of the year, Challengers. Did you guys see the film?
I saw it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, what do you think?
Oh.
I loved it.
Yeah,
What'd you think?
I loved it. It is saucy and
Yeah.
active.
What character did you resonate the most with?
Well, I would love to say Zendaya, only because I did tennis club in school.
Did you?
So that's your
Yeah.
club. it's tennis
Well,
club.
well, we'll say that. I was about 9 years old, and I recently took up tennis again. I was like, listen, I used to do this. I got a few lessons in my time. I cannot get it over the net. Let me tell you, I need a few.
Was it
more.
after Challengers that you joined again?
Yeah.
That's good. Everyone needs a bit of
great.
inspiration.
Yeah, get the tennis skirt out, and I was like, I can be like Zendaya. Yeah, plot twist, I'm not like Zendaya at all.
Jodie, this is another film as well where you nail a different accent. It's a was it like a Chicago accent? I'd say it was, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she's from Chicago, but I had 30 minutes of audio of Kathy actually being interviewed by Danny Lyon. And when I started working with my dialect coach, she was like, she's from Chicago, but like every vowel is a contradiction. Like none of this makes sense. What do you want to do? Do you want to do a general Chicago or do you want to try and get as close to this as possible? And I was like, well, I want to do that because she was so interesting to listen to.
So
yeah.
this is someone's job, a dialect coach.
Yeah.
So in the film industry, you'll work with one person who can nail the accent.
Yeah. Well, I cling on to Vic because like me and Vic work very well together. So I've also been kind of reluctant to say her full name in press because I'm like, everybody stay away from Victoria.
I want her.
She's mine. But she's
you do
incredible.
Killing Eve
So
together?
credit where credit's due. No.
Okay.
No.
There'll be people listening right now that won't realise that you're a Scouser. You're from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot?
I think everyone knows now.
I think.
Actually, I tell a lie. Austin figured
No,
that
I,
out this
I didn't
week.
know what the word Scouser meant until just the other day.
Really?
And now I keep calling her a Scouser every day.
Really? Yeah. So it's someone from Liverpool, obviously.
Yeah,
but I only realised when you got the BAFTA. It was a few years ago now. You won the BAFTA. I think it was for Killing Eve. I was like, oh, from Merseyside.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
Yeah. But do people not still say it to you all the time when you like?
Not so much anymore. No, I don't. Not that I'm aware of. It's funny now. More when I get home, I get why are you speaking like that. Your accent's changed.
Oh, I
I
get
get the reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin, you've not been out in Liverpool before.
No.
Not
We were
yet.
talking about it yesterday. We
Yeah.
had a whole day planned
You
for
need
when
to
we
go
finally
to
make it.
what's it called, Joey? Matthew Street.
What's Matthew Street?
Oh yeah.
Great night. It's
That's
really good.
where the cavern is. I was saying about the cavern.
Yeah.
The Beatles play?
Yeah.
It's my third best night out after Wigan and Sunderland.
Wow.
Wow.
After Wigan?
What's going on in Wigan?
Of Wigan.
Wigan.
Yeah.
Is that where you're from? Or what?
Near that. You've never been out in Wigan on Boxing Day? Have you not?
You haven't lived.
I mean, Austin, have you never been out in Wigan on Boxing Day?
No. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
You have a long
Tell me
list
more.
of to-dos.
Right.
Yeah.
Hear me
UK.
out. Seriously,
Wigan.
King Street in Wigan. It's like,
Okay.
it's the best night out. It's just one strip of bars. And on Boxing Day, everybody has to dress up. You're not allowed in any pubs or clubs unless you dress up.
Okay.
So I've always said Wigan's my best night out, then Sunderland, then Liverpool.
Well, name a better night out.
What, by dress up, do you mean suit and tie?
No, sorry, fancy dress.
Fancy dress?
Yeah, it's like a thing on Boxing Day.
Okay.
What did you
What's
go
fancy
as?
dress?
Oh, like costume, like
Oh,
Halloween, like
costume.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
I went
What'd
as-
you dress as?
I went as Nemo one year. and it was-
Finding
Love
Nemo.
that.
Yeah. and
Did
it
your
was-
friends find you?
Yeah, they did. They did. But it's quite impractical for toilet purposes and drinking purposes. I also went as, who else did I go as? I went as the 118 men as well.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
don't know that
Oh,
reference.
yes. Remember?
They were
Got
from
your-
the advert.
Chris,
Never
please
been out.
rescue
Got
me.
your number. Back to the film. First time that you've starred alongside each other. Was there one thing that you learned from each other's acting style or just being around each other? Or something
that's a
you
great
noticed?
question.
Something
That's a
you
good question.
noticed?
I just was so impressed by Jodie's work ethic, and how much you care, and it's really hard to be incredibly specific and then to also be free, and to be free to play. And what Jodie was doing was very hard because she was being very specific with this dialect and with mannerisms and things, and then felt completely free. And that
By
was
free,
impressive.
do you mean to be able to kind of improvise a bit? And
Not necessarily improvised lines, but like I mean, she could have.
I've never done a movie. So.
No, you're fair. Only because I'm terrified of improv, so like the inside of me was like, no.
Really?
No, I would say the same. I think we work in very similar ways. So like when we met, it was just really easy and fun and playful. And I think I would say Austin has a very calm, zen energy about him, and he's an incredible listener, which is something that I really observed.
You brought that zen energy into the studio, actually, Austin.
Yeah.
I feel very relaxed. I had my arm up on the chair for the first question, didn't I? Hey, so we've got to talk about your character, Benny. Let me put my arm down for that. You have a good smoulder in the film, and I think our boys, Jordan and Chris, need a bit of help with their smoulders. Can you give them a bit of tutorial? Guys,
Nobody needs to smolder.
Yeah, they do.
In real life, you don't need to smolder.
Do you not? How do you smoulder? Come on, show us. Is it?
are you going to try it?
Yeah,
Try it?
What have you
What
got
do
to
you think
think
it
of?
is?
Right.
Well, I think you've got to think you're someone else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I think you just have to think of like a really like a snack that you really like. Like a
Yeah,
cheese
you kind of got a
toasty.
secret in your eyes, you know.
Oh, you're a girl after my own heart. How did you know it?
Oh,
Did
so
they tell you?
Oh, that's clever. So it's like you're looking at a lasagna.
Yeah.
In the distance.
Maybe try that. I don't know, guys.
That's great. That's great.
Oh, that was really good.
Was it?
good.
Do it again.
Chris, that's amazing.
Cheers, mate.
You did something to me there.
It's the lasagna effect.
Wow,
Right, what am I?
that's amazing.
Right, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna look at Austin Butler as if he's a massive Kinder Bueno. Right.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, the lips are
The
moving.
pursing of the lips.
Slight twitch.
Some Zoolander in there. It's amazing. A bit of blue steel. Oh, that's
Can
great.
you do yours?
You look. I'm doing it.
Oh, what? Oh. Sorry.
I'm always doing it.
That is great. Right, back to the film. Just before we go, I need to ask you, motorbikes. How hard was it to actually learn to ride a motorbike? Do you do it? Because I know Tom Hardy said it was quite difficult, didn't he?
Yeah, what was difficult was the types of motorcycles we were on, because they're all very old.
Yeah.
So the brakes don't want to work, the clutch doesn't want to work. But I don't know, they're so much fun. Once you spend a few months doing it, it feels like it's a part of you. And there were moments where I'd look over at Tom, and he's my hero as well. I mean, Tom Hardy's such a legend, and I'm looking over at him where we're racing these Harleys down the road, and you just don't feel. I've never felt cooler in a way, you know.
I bet. Were you not scared though, being on them?
Well, we're not wearing helmets, so that you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You know? I probably should have been scared, but I was enjoying it so much that the fear kind of left my mind.
Do you remember they had the idea initially to like give everyone a
Hair helmets. This was
hair
insane.
helmet? So like put a helmet on everyone's head
They
and then
actually
put
thought about that.
a wig on top of the helmet.
Oh, wow. Very
Yeah.
bouffant
Why?
then.
Yeah,
So then
I
your
mean
hair's
everyone
like
would have
3
had like
times the size.
yeah. It would have been like what's that film? Is it Frank? With
Oh yeah, with Fassbender.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
giant
but Jodie,
head.
I don't know what I'm imagining here. So you're saying it's like a normal bike helmet?
Yeah, they went
Hair on the top.
with hair on the top.
Yeah.
Just a massive head.
You guys should be happy to get that.
Yeah.
What do you like? What's that?
I feel like
film?
Brian May.
Coneheads. Brian
Yeah, Conehead.
May. Would they have CGI'd it out?
I don't know. I think it was a very early.
Yeah.
early
They just were trying to
conversation.
figure out any way to ensure
Safety.
the film, and they thought if we put a helmet on and put a wig on top of it,
That will
possibly.
be it.
That
I
makes
wish
sense.
we could have
Surely.
seen that.
Yeah.
Guys,
A different version.
we could speak to you forever, and we've got to say first of all, thanks for popping in, because I know we are the only station that you're speaking to this morning. So thank
That's
you
right.
very much. We really do appreciate it. Jodie, Austin, thank you so much for coming in to see us. We have had a lovely morning chatting to you. Bikeriders is out in cinemas tomorrow, so definitely give it a watch over the weekend. It's really good. And in the meantime, guys, come on, give it up for Jodie Comer and Austin Butler. Thank you. Just
Thanks, guys.
give us your best smouldering look.
You know
again.
more than
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, Jodie Smoulder.